What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 2 of JD Plays Feed the Beast and Blood and Bones, A Sick Man's Tale. So we were right where I left you last time. I didn't do anything extra yet, and I am on my way to look for a base, a place to set up shop. And I'm just kind of breaking plants as I go, getting extra food. I think I'm going to take all of these and just juice them down right quick. Throw that seed out because I don't need it. And that gives me some good juice. See, it would have been smart if I hadn't used all my dang bones on apples. I could have got a plum right there. But it's okay. What's done is done. The sun is coming out and the sun is setting at the same time. How joyous. Alright. Now we got a bunch of sand right here that we could be collecting, but it's too close to nightfall and I don't want to risk anything. So, let's take a look at where we are right now in the world. We got a huge forest up here. We've got some tundra down here. Looks like highlands over here, and mystic woods over here. Oh, that's bad. That's a witch. Me and witches? No, we don't play well together. I run from witches. They poison, and I'm scared of the poison. So we're gonna take all of these, and we're gonna make 2 boats. We're gonna throw the dirt out. We're gonna grab both boats. We're going to break this, and we need that back. So we're going to, what are we going to throw out for that? Let's throw out the arrows. We don't need no arrows. We don't need no stinking arrows. And let's launch our first vessel. Congratulations, we're now sailors. And now we can kind of sail around and start looking for wherever we want to set up shop. And I'm going to take, well, yeah, I can, okay. I'm going to take this torch off of my head. It makes for some really crazy reflections on the water. Now you have to be careful when you're in the boat. You're somewhat safe. You're not completely safe. There's mobs that can hit you from the land that can wreck your boat. There are mobs out in the oceans that are going to try to kill you. There's little fish people and stuff. There's lots of mobs that jump in this pack, and they will jump to you on your boat and crush it. So, and you have to deal with lag like this. So there's a spider. So we're running as fast as we can. The way that we came. Which means we wasted 1 boat already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just peter around for the night. And I'll do some exploring. And when I find the spot that we're going to set up in, I'll turn the recording back on. And we'll get started on getting a base constructed. Most likely I'm going to look for some kind of a bay that I can build. Hey, look. There's a tower. Go rob that tower in a minute and hopefully get something nice like a flint and steel. Anyways, so I'm going to pause the recording for the time being. I'm going to look for a base. It'll take me a little bit, but for you guys it'll be a matter of seconds, and then I'll be back and we'll do some more Minecrafting, some more Blood and Bones here. So see you in just a bit, guys. Okay, guys. Well, I'm back after, for you, not long, but for me, many frustrating hours of exploration and some deaths and stuff. You have to remember we started up in this area. And I explored the entire area, a bunch of this huge inner lake or ocean, whatever you want to call it, all down through here, all back over here, all through here, and we've ended up down here. This is where we are. And I think I've got where I want to set up shop, I think we're going to set up just out here in this bay. Got a little village nearby that I was able to grab some resources from. And I've got quite a few resources actually right now already on me. I was even able to make a backpack to carry some additional resources by killing a few cows. So we're doing pretty good. Now we just need to decide where exactly we want to set up. Sun going down or sun coming up? Sun's going down. Okay. So I want to build my base. I want to build my base out in the water like this for a specific reason. Actually, a few reasons. But the main reason is creeper defense. Okay? I don't want to have to deal with creepers blowing up my ladders to get up and down. Which if I were to build like on the ground and build myself a tower, they would just constantly blow it up to where I would have a really hard time getting up and down. So here's what we're going to do. I built a door. And we're going to take this door. We're going to put it in my stuff here. We're going to put that door down, and we're going to stand in that. And while we're standing here, I've got some torches. Okay. I'm not sure why, but the torch on my head's not working. There we go. So now, let's see, how much space is that? That seems a little weak. We need it to probably be a little deeper than that. I think right here will probably be good. So we'll move it on down to there real quick. So let's grab our door, make some space for it. Let's head this way. Now, having doors and ladders and stuff is a good way to build underwater bases if you're not familiar, because they block off an entire block which you're able to stand in and get air. So if you're ever getting ready to try to build an underwater base, doors and ladders, man, that's the trick. Let's see, how much space is this? We're pretty good ways out here now. We're kind of more in the middle of the bay, so I kind of like that. I wouldn't mind dropping one more Y level. $58 right here. Yeah, this will work. This will work. We'll do 58. Okay, so let's put the door. Let's put it right here. No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong, guys. I'm wrong. Let's stick it right here. There we go. Okay. So from here, we want to start building a tower. We also don't want to starve to death. So, drop this here. Throw some lovely beef steaks in here. 2, 3, 4. I'll get those cooked up right quick for us. And this is where that cobble I've been hauling around comes into play. Now I still got a double compressed and I've just got some compressed. And what we're going to do is we're just going to do some swap around of some stuff here. Let's throw these logs in there. We're going to make some more space by taking all of this string, this cotton, and turning it into string. There we go. I don't need that last piece. Well, I guess I could keep it for a seed. Okay. So we've got some compressed cobble, and we're going to be able to pick up a few stacks of cobble for right here. Now, well, you're in my way, Squiddy. Okay, now what we want to do is we're going to break the door off now. We don't need it anymore right here. It's going to let water come in. That's where the ladders come into play. So we'll toss up a ladder. See, that's the east. Toss the ladder up on the west side. Sort everything. There we go. And now we can start kind of building our platform. And it's not going to be a very high platform. Well, if this guy would get out of my way, we could build a platform. Now, I don't know how well this is going to work because we're still pretty shallow, to be perfectly honest. My last base, my doorway in was at a decent depth, to be honest. And I have to eat before I starve to death, so hang on. So let's have some steaks. Steaks are nice. They restore half a health and a full hunger. They're better off if you use them with breads and other things to make more sustaining meals, but this will get me going for now. And that's what's important. Now eventually we will pull that oven out, of course. And there's a dead zombie. Now, there's a reason that I'm going to go ahead and make a full square out of these. Technically, what I've got built there with just the cross shape the plus sign, is enough, right? The problem is on these edges, on these corners, the mobs can actually position themselves to hit you through those corners. And I've had deaths happen because of that. I don't want any deaths. I want this to be a fully secure tunnel from top to lay bottom. Okay? So let's drop back down. Now, I do want my door, I think, to be a little deeper. So here's how I'm going to do that. I'm going to dig down, and I'm going to get rid of the sand. And that's kind of scary. Alright, cool. We're just going to replace the sand with cobble. It's not a big deal. Just to keep everything nice and uniform. Are you trying to break my wall, Fetty? Come on, let's play King of the Hill. Alright, anyways, so yeah, we're going to build this all the way up, but I'm going to set my door in at about right here. And to make that work a little cleaner, this way we can identify where it's at. Okay. Now at that point, there's a couple ways we can go about doing things. I can conserve on the number of ladders I have to use if I use alternating water blocks. But I don't think that's a good idea. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to ladder it all. Okay, now, did I not bring my crafting tables? Really? Okay, that's interesting. Let's grab us a couple logs here. We're going to need a new crafting table. I don't know why I would have gotten rid of my crafting tables. I've had them with me forever. But okay, no problem. What we're going to do is we're going to drop one crafting table here. And the reason I needed a crafting table to begin with is I need to make a treasure chest. And this chest can just sit here for now. And we're just going to dump our inventory into it. And we're going to pull our bag inventory out. I do want these ladders. And I want my cooked meat. Yummy stuff. And I want all of my cobble, which is this right here. So let's break that out. Now I have 2 stacks of double compressed cobble there. That's a lot of cobble. It's like bam, look at it all. It's beautiful. So sun's coming up. We're going to have a nice view of the village, so that's cool. Alright, we can go up 5 more white levels on wooden ladders, and then I've also got some copper ladders that I actually got from that village. So dun, 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 dun. Still doing good on cobble. Good, good, good. Alright. On to the copper ladders. Oh, wait, wait, wait. Can I? Yeah, I was about to say, well, let me place it. Why? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oops, I got a little too high. One of the few times you'll actually hear somebody say that. I got it too high, man. What were you doing? Playing Minecraft? Oh, that explains it. Bam, bam, bam. And one more level ought to do it, which is good because we're about to run out of Le Coubel. And we're at a Y level of 83 now. So I have a pretty good view of my surroundings, and I like where I'm at. I've got a lot of good water for it to expand my base out in this area, which keeps the mobs below me from ever being able to actually get on ground and do anything. They're just out in the water now. So that's definitely going to be helpful for me. Alright. So what we want to do next is we really want to start to expand our platform here. And I'm going to kind of use a trick to do that. The reason being is anything that I build up there, I want it to kind of be on a more, I mean, for lack of a better word, I call it a subfloor. And you'll see what I mean in just a second. So let's take our remaining cobble and let's make these out of it. Okay. Winning. And basically, we just doubled the amount of cobble that we had, more or less. I don't know if we doubled it. Did we double it? Whatever. We're going to have more room from the same amount of cobble. That's what's important. So we're going to take these and we're going to place these down. And this is how we're going to start to spread out our platform. Now obviously this is our landing point, so we probably don't want to have anything built right on top of that. We want some room to kind of get out, you know, and have some room to walk around. Or we could leave that in a corner and expand it in a certain direction. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I'll think about it. I don't want to expand too close to the village because I don't want monsters able to spawn in the village area and start killing the villagers off, which looks like it's already been happening. If you look, it looks like the blacksmith got cracked open by a creeper. So that kind of sucks. We'll go investigate that soon. And I'm getting hungry. Let's munch on a potato. So first episode, was surviving the night. Episode 2, getting our base going. Now you may opt for a different kind of base. You may decide, oh, I'm going to go try to live underground. Okay, that's cool. If you're going to live underground, you need to be prepared for a few things. Zombies dig, creepers blow things up. So the most intelligent thing I can tell you is you're probably going to want to try to build your base out of something really hard like obsidian, which is really hard to get good access to in the early game. So think about that when you're deciding where you want to set up. Be considering, what am I going to build my base out of? What am I going to have a lot of access to early in the game to build that base out of? Otherwise you may find yourself kind of in a bad position. Not trying to tell you what to do, just giving you a little pointer of, kind of a gotcha that may jump out and you're not prepared for. We're going to take this piece away. Eventually I'm going to patch this back up, but I need a bit more cobble because, yeah, reasons. Can we be Slick Rick and get this put in there fast enough? I don't know. We're going to try. Bam. Nope, missed. Missed again. Got it. Got him, coach. Alright, so now we've got ourselves access to some cobble under our base. So we can build our platform as big as we need to right now. We no longer need this down here. So let's grab this. And we can drop this in there. Oh, so scary. Let's go boom. Uh-oh. I didn't get him. I thought I got him, but I definitely did not get him. Okay, no biggie, no biggie. Let's do a dirt block here. And then we can do a cobble block there. Which means I can take this. Ooh, I can't take that though. Okay, whatever. Alright, we don't need you here anymore. So let's grab that. Put one piece of cobble back there. Good deal. Okay, let's grab another piece of cobble from here. There we go. Oh, we need food. Oh, we got some. We just need our juicer. Our juicer will help us survive. Survivability. Okay, so we're up top. We've got our crafting table here. Spread these out. And so basically we're spending 3 cobble to get 6 of these. So we're doubling. So now we've got 18 rather than 9. Sorry, I had to do some, really advanced mathematics there to get that thought across to you guys. It sucks when you're sick. Your brain doesn't function like the way it should. As you can tell by the way that I'm talking. Okay, so there's that and there's that. Let's grab this, because it was a mistake. Funny enough, this is also how I build when I'm playing like a sky base, or a sky map, skyblock map. Okay, so this is the start of our platform. Now, I need to check something. What we're going to want to get done, we're going to need farms up here, we're going to need trees up here. We want to become self-sufficient up on top of this platform where I'm not having to go to the ground a lot. Because every time I have to go to the ground, I'm going to have to deal with an entire army of baddies below me. Now, right now there's just a couple, and that's not such a big deal. But it's going to continue to get worse. Now, normally what I do is I just expand this massive platform out. I think I may like cordon this off into sections this time, and make like bridges between them or something. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll see what we have time for. I do like the land masses that are around me. It's pretty cool looking. I look like I'm kind of like in an island area, so that's awesome. I like that. Island area. Sound all nasally. All right. What do we need right now? We need our chest up top. And what we really need is we need wood. The only resource I didn't show up having an abundant amount of is wood, and it's probably going to end up biting me in the arse soon. Put that there. Okay, so let's grab as much of this stuff as we can. Open our backpack. Oh, and if you didn't notice, I did find a diamond and some gold, so that's both of those are going to come in super helpful, super helpful early game. I'll explain why and how when we get to that point. Okay. So we're up top. Drop our chest here. Drop everything off in it. Empty the backpack. Bam, bam. We do have a little wood, just not a lot. This is enough to get me another chest, though. So I'll take that. Plop it there, and now we can hold everything. So we're in business. We're finally able to store our stuff. We have a bed here. Let's grab that bad boy and sleep. So now we spawn here, so that's good. Do we have dirt? I see no dirte. Okay. Now, obviously, I have this backpack. Now, this backpack, I didn't show you guys making it on camera. It's not hard. The recipe is a treasure chest, which you just saw me make, and you should know how to make from normal Minecraft. Some tanned leather. Now, tanned leather, if you've played Feed the Beast, you should know the recipe, but if you don't, it's bound leather that's being cooked. Bound leather is 2 leather surrounded by 7 string, gives you 1 bound leather. Therefore, this backpack in reality, not only did it cost the typical 8 leather that it would always cost to make a small backpack, but it also cost the string. 7 string 4 times, so 28 string, plus the chest to make the single backpack. Now I have a few options at what I can do with this backpack. I can take this backpack and I can use it to make a big backpack, which would double the space to give me a full inventory worth of space. What I want to use it for, though, if we look real quick, backpacks, is I want to make a workbench backpack first, which I do by combining a crafting table with it, and then I want to make it into a large backpack. Now, the reason I want to do this is kind of funny. Backpacks are extremely important in Blood and Bones because of weight, right? If you're carrying something in a backpack, it does not affect your weight. Now that's kind of a big deal because we need to be able to move cobblestone and we need to be able to move gravel and everything else. Well, I can carry more cobblestone at a time if I'm able to compress it, but to do that I need a workbench. So if I were to combine my workbench and my backpack into a single item, well, now I have extra space and I have the ability to compress as I go. I also have the ability to craft anywhere at any time, which, I mean, I've really found it to be super important in this, to be able to do that. The kicker is the size. We're going to lose a lot of inventory space. So right now, if we look at this backpack right now before I do any crafting into it, it's got 2 rows of space. Now, when I make it a large backpack, I'm pretty sure that it goes to 3. It may go to 4, I forget. But once I do this, workbench, we only have 1 row of space. But we also have this crafting pattern now. So it's kind of a trade-off. But it's a trade-off that to me is very much worth it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this, set it up here, grab out a single piece of coal, toss it in, and cook these bad mamma jammas. And we're only 1 leather off being able to get another, well, no, we're 5 leather off being able to get another small backpack going. But that's okay. We're doing better on space, and we're able to craft on the go now, because now I can literally pop this up and have a crafting table anywhere I go. And that, for me, that's extremely helpful. I like to be able to craft on the go. I love pocket crafting tables and things like that. So let's just get this done. And we're probably going to go ahead and shut this episode down pretty quick after this one. We got nightfall out there now. All kinds of stuff going on. It looks like a Remorba's out there fighting something. Hopefully it's not killing my horses. I'm going to need those for a glue factory later. So now we take this and we surround it with more tanned hides, and it becomes a big workbench backpack, which basically we now have 2 rows of inventory, which is what we already had, but we've now got a crafting grid. So we took the same amount of space that was in this backpack and we just added a crafting grid to it, is the way that I like to look at it. And that's really important because being able to craft anywhere is kind of super nice. So let's pop this out. Now if you didn't notice also, I found some clay while I was out adventuring, so that means with this and this and this, I'll have enough to make my Tinkerer's construct as soon as I'm ready to start. I've got some additional clay sitting here so I can make clay buckets, and of course I told you guys about finding the original metal bucket. That blacksmith's right over there has lava in it so that we can start the Tinkerer's construct off. We also were able to find 5 cauldrons. These are super important because each of those cauldrons becomes 1008 molten iron worth of iron ingots. And that's basically 7 iron ingots right there. So just from these, I already have 35 iron ingots. That's awesome. That means we're going to be able to go straight into iron tools. I could technically bypass that and use this flint and steel to make a steel pick, but I'm not going to. I'm going to make the iron unless I come across, well, no, I'm going to make the iron regardless. So we'll be able to make iron right off the bat, which means we get to skip copper tools, and that's pretty freaking cool. That's really it for tonight. The only other things I'm going to do at the base is I'm probably going to make a few more ladders out of what little bit of wood I have left. I'm going to kind of get my food in order here so that I'm ready to do some adventuring when the daylight comes. Tomorrow I'll probably start chopping some wood, and we're going to start getting us kind of a mine going down below us where that's dangerous. Where we can start looking for the metal ores we're going to need to start progressing through the tiers. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching episode 2 of my Blood and Bones, A Sick Man's Tale. I'm still not feeling any better, but that's because it's the same day. We'll be back with episode 3 soon. Take it easy, everybody.